Hello, everyone. Welcome to the webinar today. This is why you're not seeing results and how to fix it. I am Liz Philippone, and I am the owner of the Mindfully Fit Ninja. I'm also the admin and moderator for the Facebook group Mindfully Fit for Life. And we are going to get started right here. I'm just going to let some people in right now so that all right. Hello, hello. Hi, we just got started, Daisy. Nice to see you.
Oh,
So, yes, I'm going to get started. So make sure you're muted, or if you can't mute yourself, I'm happy to do that on my end. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Share. All right, let me know if you can see that. Give me a thumbs up if you can see that. So if you're on your phone or a tablet, you might have to swipe over to see slides because I just put, okay, thanks, Daisy. All right, so I'm going to get into this. I'm super excited to talk about accountability and technology. And this is just a quick little synopsis of me. So I'm Liz. I'm a trainer, yoga teacher, and specialist in helping adults 45 plus build strength and stay consistent in their exercise plans, their health plans, whatever that might look like to them, right? Whatever they're wanting to. They always tell me what they want within, what do they want? What do they want to work towards? That's what we do here. So I'm just going to ask you a question and you can answer in the chat, or if you're watching the replay, definitely comment below where I post this recording. So have you ever started strong and then life got in the way? Yes. And that can be anything. It doesn't have to be exercise per se, right? It can be meditation. It can be going to a yoga class. It could be just walking every day. It could be down to writing a book. Yeah. So that it can be applied to anything. So it doesn't have to be just about exercise. And I understand that I pretty much do mostly movement, right? But there are other things that come into play, like mindset. Maybe we're trying to just be a little bit more positive, right? And that's sometimes hard in the world we live in. But today, I'm going to show you how Accountability and Trainerize, this is an app I use in two of my programs, equal lasting results. And also, before we get going, please drop any questions in the chat box throughout this webinar. All right, I'm going to be checking it. So the struggle is real. This is really the struggle. This is the problem that I hear a lot of people complain about, and that is I don't know what to do next. I can't stay consistent. I lose motivation after a few weeks. Is this you? All right, I'm going to ask that question again. Have you said these things to yourself, or in some shape or form, variation, have you said this to yourself? I definitely have. I do. I say this to myself. I probably said it to myself maybe 15 minutes ago when I was like, I'm not going to rush to get to this webinar, right? I'm going to be honest. I was literally rushing, right, to get here. And I was like, oh, I'm going to be on time tomorrow. I said this yesterday. I'm going to be on time. I'm going to be all prepared, which I am prepared. And, I literally was hitting start on this, like right on the button. So just asking yourself there, have you said this? Because we have a lot of things going on. We have a constant flux of things that we're not only have to do, right? We have priorities, whether that's family, our jobs, um, so many different things, right, that are going on. And there's things that we also want to do for ourselves. So we're busy in our heads all the time. And one of the things I do teach is mindfulness in a couple of my programs because I feel like it's very important to calm your mind, even if it's a minute a day, just to calm the thoughts, the influx of things. So, yeah, it is a real thing. So, accountability matters in this, because accountability is structure plus support. You're getting structure of something, a process, steps, right? And as you're going through those steps in whatever capacity, you also need support along the way because, like I said from that previous slide, the struggle, right? Life it's real. And we all are going through different struggles. We are. And sometimes we do have to pump the brakes or just stop for a second, pause. And I've had to do that in many instances. And you just have to know that I'm going to pick this back up again. I'm not going to quit. I'm just putting this on hold. Yet, having that support, I needed to hire a coach for myself so that I can keep doing what I do, not just in my career, but even balancing with family and even just, hey, I just want to have fun every once in a while. Can I have fun? Right? Can I just kick back? Right? And not feel guilty or burdened from that. So accountability is structure plus support. Those two definitely go together. You will show up for yourself when someone's checking in. And this is going into the app a little bit here, which I'm going to show you in a moment. But you're going to show up more when you see someone else showing up, right? And they're showing up for themselves. So you want to show up for yourself. That matters, right? You want to show up for yourself, not for somebody else. But when you see other people showing up, which I will show you. Well, I don't know if I can show you the group chat. Sorry. I don't know if I can show you that particular piece in the app, but in the app, a lot of people, once they complete their activity for the day, it goes right into that chat and people can see what people have completed. And clients succeed when they know I'm watching out for them. Meaning my clients, when they know that I'm watching out for them, and I don't mean like being a militant, like, did you do your to-do list today? It's just more like, hey, how are things going? They succeed. They do succeed. And I'm going to show you in the next slide. This is Liz. She sent me this text the other day about the app. And she does not mind if I share this, but she had a very dear family member pass away, and she's been with me probably for many years, been through some ups and downs, some roller coasters for sure of life. And she says the Trainerize app is great. Everything I need is all in one place. The app keeps me accountable with exercise as well as developing better habits, like making time for self-care, getting the water in, and journaling, just to name a few, right? She's definitely built these habits over time. She didn't come into this program like, I have it all, I'm doing it all, right? She started with one thing, and over the years, I'm quoting years and months, right? Things started to pick up more. Once she adopted one habit, another one kicked in. And the variety of exercise routines and the time length are also great, making it easier to fit in your day, right? So there is a nice variety of exercise workout lengths. Yeah. And it's very customizable. You can customize it as you go. All right. Ooh, gonna move my little screen here. Okay, so I'm going to show the app in a moment, but it makes things simple. Trainerize app. It's clear workouts with video demos. So each exercise that gets plugged in there has a demo of the move, whether it's me or something that because Trainerize has their own demo videos, but sometimes I will upload my own because there's moves in there that they might not have. So I put my own stuff in there. So you might see me or some random guy or girl. There's progress tracking and reminders. You get notifications. You get direct contact with the coach, which is me, for check-ins. And you get support when motivation dips, right? Because I'm just telling you, motivation, it comes and goes, right? I could have a whole webinar about that, right? One day you're motivated, or 1 week you're super motivated, right? And then the next week or the next day, it's gone. Who can relate to that? Seriously, let me know, because it happens to me quite often. There's structure and clarity, and then there's visible progress. Whatever that looks like to you with visible progress, right? Some people do track their weight, their measurements, they put photos in there. I don't make that a requirement for people. I give that people can choose to do that if they'd like. I like to go by energy, how I feel, how my clothes feel. I really go by just my overall feeling. Like, how do I feel today? What has been going on? Maybe I'm not feeling really great today. Really reflecting back. Yeah. Reflecting back on like what happened this week. Maybe that's why I feel so run down, right? Or what happened this week? Oh, great things happen. That's why I feel so energized. So there's going to be things like that that are going to be put into the app. Like I put a lot of little journal prompts in there. I help people along just to give yourself that moment to reflect, because we do need to reflect on how far we've come this far, at least this far in the game, right? All right, are you ready to see it? All right, let's do this. Let's do this. And give me a moment to So take a moment here. You can grab water. If you need to jot notes down, jot notes down. All right. So I am going to hang on just a moment. I want to join this meeting. So there's two things I got to do here. I'm just going to stop sharing for a moment so I can look at, yes, 1896. Okay. Sometimes these things take a moment. So yes, that's me. I just want to make sure I'm still the host. Okay. Can you still hear me? Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. And is there an echo? Okay, thanks, Stacy. I'm so glad you're on with me right now. This is so helpful. It's like live help. All right, so here we go. I'm going to share from here. Even though I've done this a million times. There we go. kind of neat how this start broadcast. So you're going to see, yeah, can you see that, Daisy? Okay, great. This is my phone. All right, so here's the Trainerize app right here. This is what it looks like. Oh, someone's coming on. So here it is. I'm going to open. When I learned how to do this, I was like so excited. All right, so I'm going to go to Liz's profile because she said I could use it. So this is what her dashboard is and what anybody, hi Sharon, if when you get the app, and this is what your dashboard looks like. Things to do today. I know it's a to-do list. However, these are your tasks. But when you go over here, you can go back. Oops, I can't do it from here. I have to do it from here. Yeah. So from the start of the week, Monday, whatever Monday's day was. Yeah. So you might see a few workouts in here. And then as you go down, there's a section for virtual classes, in-person classes. I don't really use that feature. But then progress, right? So you can hook up your Apple Watch, your Garmin, right? Things like that to do your steps, your sleep, that kind of thing. I don't want to share too much private information of Liz, even though she was like, oh no, go share away. I don't want to go too personal with some of her numbers in there, right? And that's something you don't have to share with people either, right? This is all for you. Now, let's say you miss a day you can go back. Like I said, you can arrow forward and back, and you can customize it to your schedule, to your calendar. So if you don't check off, let's say what is today for? Today is Steady and Strong #1, that workout. If you don't do it today and you end up saying, well, I didn't get time to do that, I'm going to pick a shorter workout to do, or I'm just going to get a walk in. That's all I got in today. You're going to go to this little plus sign, and then you're going to pick activity. And then you have all of these activities. Look, they even have badminton in there. Huh, I didn't even know that. Dancing, fitness class, flexibility, golf, gymnastics, HIIT, other sports, pickleball. Pickleball is getting added to everything these days. Yoga, just general activity. I think one of my clients, that's for when she does gardening. Like she just puts general and she's like, that's when I garden list. And I said, great, because that is physical activity. And as you go through this, you can put your meal in there. Only clients can track meals. Oh, I see. That's weird. Okay. Body stats, workouts. So since she's been with me a long time, she's got access to a lot of different things here. So she's in my on-demand. So the on-demand library has all videos in there, but I do include these videos in the Stay on the Move program as well as my Power Up Your Strength program. So you gain access in different ways. When you're in my Power Up Your Strength program, which is my signature transformational program, you get the whole thing, right? But you could go in to build your own workout. Check it out. You could build your own workout. You could go into a circuit and then you insert exercise from this library. Oh, look at this library. You can search an exercise in here, like just say squats. Where are my squats at? You go down. Maybe you're just going to do some dumbbell squats. And then it shows the demo, like how to do a squat, right? So you can build your own if you feel pretty confident in doing that. Maybe you're just like, oh, I'm going to pick 4 exercises to do, maybe some push-ups, some squats, maybe some bridges, and go for it. And then it all creates a workout. In fact, let me just do this. Add, you hit add at the top. See what happens. Yeah, see, you can add it. We'll add some push-ups in there. So you get the idea, yeah? Going to push up, and let's say done. Okay. There's the workout. So this is just a mini workout. And then you can save it. And then you hit start now down here. And I'm not going to hit start, but you hit start, it goes, and then it's completed, and then it logs in to your dashboard. So I hope that makes sense. I'm just going to delete that because I don't want her to see that and be like, why is this on there? All right. So any questions? If you have any questions, you can unmute yourself. And of course, you can ask in the comment section of the replay. I'm going to stop sharing. And when if you decide to join the Stay on the Move program, I'll help you get set up, right? We have a one-on-one call to start. I'm just gonna end myself out of here because all I hear is an echo. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the slides. All right, just checking my chat. All right. So your next step, what is your next step now? So the Stay on the Move monthly membership, it combines accountability and Trainerize, meaning Trainerize with everything I just showed you. Workouts, accountability, the group chat. I couldn't show you the group chat because that's on my end. And I don't think I can do that when I get into a client view. But it's like any other sort of group chat. You get your notifications in there when I post something and when other people post things. So if you're ready to stop starting over, I'd love to invite you to join. I'd love to invite you to join today. So this is what you're going to get. You're going to get access to a full exercise library, weekly workouts, and these workouts are created for you inside the app, plus recorded sessions, meaning anything that I recorded video, I will put those in there just to mix it up a little bit. And if you did notice on Liz's dashboard, I sometimes had 2 workouts in one day. It didn't mean that they had to do the 2 workouts. You could choose which workout you'd want to do. One might be slightly longer, one might be shorter. So you get options there. And then, of course, accountability, community support through the private group chat. You can directly message me through the app. And then a monthly 30-minute, oh, I forgot to put minute in there, 30-minute one-on-one coaching session. And that can be a time where we personalize things to your level and to your needs. I do have some clients and participants who need different options for the workouts. So that's what you're going to get for $250 a month. And that is the end of my slide. So that's what you're going to get. And for those of you who have attended this live session or the recording within 24 hours, my prize reveal is a free one-on-one 30-minute session with me via Zoom. So it's an extra, and this is just a thank you for attending. This is a thank you for just attending and supporting me through this work I'm doing and all the little fun little technological glitches that I have from time to time. So it's really to say thank you so much. And I'm going to message you my calendar scheduling. So I just wanted to say thank you as all. And if you have any questions, you can ask right now. I actually have about 5 minutes. Or if you want to just say hi, it's been a while. I will end the recording right now. So thank you so much for attending, and I will see you soon.